with Sam Watson and his team. We're going to stand together and fight this disease.
I've come this way before, traveled through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened all so fast. No, it got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off beat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know my time. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games we play can't take it personal, cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, it's all in what you do, some things you gotta prove, It's fight for millions, take a second, see the blessing in it. But much expected, much is given. When I made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness, yes. You can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine, let them see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it to life. Ooh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn and develop patience. Determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving. They changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind. So I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition. Back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lacking. While cancer slowing our road. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, give something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm gonna wrestle and fight this final round. Life's a play for no rehearsal. No quickly, no comfort, no roll. Games we play can't take it personal, cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, it's all in what you do.
Welcome to the show.
You gotta prove
Dun, 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 dun. Hey, love is the word. Ooh. J people, we gonna call him JQ. Love is the word. Ethan out here. What's up, Ethan? G Brown, KJ. Hey, Mr. Blue, what up? Jay Gibson, Andrew Charles, Jay Gibson, Phil, KJ. Why y'all name so nice? We gonna say love is the word twice. Hey, Box fans, President Jay Gibson, Chris Lane, Mr. G0ds. What's up, M Square? I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, Terrence Bailey, what up? Eagle City 56. Welcome to the show, man.
Welcome to the show.
Arik Russell, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, man. Thank you guys for coming in tonight, man. And you know, I got to start the show with the trailer, man. You know, I got to start it with the trailer. Come on, man.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Welcome to the show, y'all, man. I put it at the top, man, so people can, because you wait too late, you know. But What's up, man? Anyways, y'all know the routine. What's up, man? Thank you guys for coming in, man. So Jamal Charlo, and you guys still want to talk about everything else what's going on and Black America in terms of I got a lot of DMs on it, conversations about it. So I figured y'all still want to talk about this week. L is gonna come in about 9:15. L was gonna come in. Few of y'all been asking for him. So I was like, L, can you come in tonight? He's like, sure. So he gonna come on in and we're gonna have a great conversation. So whenever you guys see both, like I said, whenever you see both, if you see the show on both channels, that means we got an interview. So I don't have to upload later. You know what I mean? Kill two birds with one stone. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, man, it is what it is, man. Jean, I'm not fixing it because I'm not re-uploading. It's done. It's done. People know what it means. You know what I mean? Shit. You know what I mean? I'm a flawed human. And but people get it. So, anyways, man, Jamal Charlo, he was arrested. And you know, it's nothing, it's nothing to make much of the arrest. Nothing's gonna happen to Jamal Charlo. This is gonna be water under the bridge next week. Not a big deal. The big deal is a couple of things. Now he has a mugshot. You know what I mean? I appreciate you looking out for me, John, though, for real. He has a mugshot now. And when you have a mugshot that is on the line forever, it has priceless value on the negative side of your life. You know, so many media members are going to use that. You know, if you're fighting a guy in another country, so let's say he's from, give me a country, y'all. Turkey. Let's say he's from Turkey. You know what the Turkish newspaper is going to post about you? Oh, yeah, he's a criminal. You young fellows that's never been arrested, you don't know where your life is going to take you. You know, obviously this has happened to Jamal at 31, but do your best. You know, Oscar De La Hoya did a hell of a job at paying all these search engines to take his mugshot down, you know, and I mean, you have no idea the value, the negative value of having a mugshot online. It's not flattering, you know. For one, you don't want your children to see it, but obviously you'll have that conversation later, and it's not going to make much. But historically, and then you got to take into account the networks. Oh, he's untrustworthy. We can't handle him. He's emotional. He's violent. He lacks discipline. He's just one of those hip hop Negroes. You know what they say in the back room, you know, he's uncontrollable. We pay him and he does this. Imagine if we didn't pay him. Who do we have that's just below him that's next? Well, let's try him for a second, you know, and that quite possibly could happen. But I'm very interested in what you guys have to say about this situation. And two, I would say this. PBC has to develop some infrastructure because they have 200 fighters. And when you have 200 fighters, you got 200 personalities. When you got 200 fighters, you got 200 families. You understand? And it needs to be some infrastructure, like the PR person. Who's the PR? I know they got Kelly Swanson is not really a PR person. She's really an employee that manages the media area. Tim Smith, I think, is supposed to be that guy. You know, Tim Smith is supposed to be that guy that that manages the language that comes from the head of PBC. And I'm uncertain if he's doing his job because Jamal Charlo should not be the first person to respond. It should be PBC with a letterhead to all the media. You know what I mean? And that way it buys them time. You know, it silences probably about 30% of the media because they say, oh, he was just arrested, because some of them may read the PBC letterhead first. and say, oh, it was a misunderstanding. Jamal went to, it was just a misunderstanding between the waitress and Jamal. He went to pay for the bill, and you know what I mean, yada 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 yada. And if they read that first, it shapes their opinion about the incident. But when TMZ comes out first, you know what I mean, now you're hustling backwards, so I think like that's important that we that PBC understands that. I don't think they fully grasp that at all, because they've never made an attempt to fix it, as it pertains to getting the media right, and what have you. So I think it's not Al Heyman's fault that Jamal committed the crime. I'm just saying I think he needs to have infrastructure like the NBA. You know what I mean? So I think that like the NBA, the NFL, Major League Baseball, and so on. So what's up, Marky Dan? Charlo's catching L's, L after L lately, and lately ends in an L. What's up?
Hey man, first thing you got to understand that this thing with Charlo, who was actually surprised?
No, I'm not surprised at all.
There's no surprise. This is and I'm not talking down on the brother. I'm not gonna this is something that we need to stop doing. We need to stop talking down on the brothers and just talk about solutions and treat the symptoms of the problem. This brother has I think I said it before, where he has an issue where you gotta walk on eggshells around these guys because they ultra sensitive. So what's the solution to that? How do we treat that? What do you do about that? I don't know. But you can't cater to it. You know what I'm saying? You don't cater to a sensitive individual. You make a man up. I'm saying it is what it is. Deal with it. The rest of us do. Mm-hmm. You want to have to too.
Right.
I looked at the report. His card got declined. So he took the girl's pouch or whatever, because it had his ID or something in it, whatever. But it also had another customer's information or money in it, and I guess her tips or something in it, whatever. And then he made threats and pushed his way out of the spot. You can't do that when you're a professional athlete.
You can't do it, period.
Well, no, you can't do it. You can't do it, period. But when you're in the public eye, you know what I'm saying? Where whatever you do is magnified to the point where okay, if you had done that, Fred, we would have and you didn't have this podcast. Well, even with this podcast, if you had did that, we'd have never heard about it.
Right.
But because he did it, it's going to make national news, especially or especially regional news. You know what I mean? If I had done it, you know what I'm saying, it would have made some noise. And he done it. That's ESPN.
Yeah.
That's worldwide news. So that was dumb as hell. That's just plain dumb. I mean, you a boxer. You're not Tupac. Your gate sales don't go up because you get arrested. It's not like you Pop, where you go to jail and your freaking album sales go through the roof. You're not Pop. So I don't understand how these cats be thinking. And there was another point that I want to kick on, but it's escaping my mind right now. But if it comes back to me, man, I'll just bring back in. I'm not gonna hold the line.
Appreciate it.
All right, man. Peace.
All the time, dog. You made good points. You're Jamal Charlo, man. All these little petty little incidents and these petty emotional fits. Like, honestly, I would say who throws temper tantrums like the Charlos? And I think the media needs to start calling them out on it instead of just taking it. You know what I mean? Adrian Broner is like that, but he's more playful. When Adrian Broner does it to me, I don't care. You know, I even tell him, okay, you about to insult me or crack a joke on me. Go ahead, I'm waiting. So I can I want you to get it out now so I can ask you, so I can interview you. You know. You know what I mean? They not going to court, man. It's not a big issue on the grand scheme of things. I think it's bigger that he got a mugshot floating across the world right now. I think that's the bigger issue. This is nothing. This is like a jaywalking ticket in the grand scheme of things of criminal activity. You know what I mean? It's nothing. But the bigger issue is Jamal Charlo. And without further ado, the guest is in the building. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Oh, you eating it. You ready? You can talk and eat.
Multi-talented.
Oh man, what's up, man? How you feeling?
What up, friend? What's going on?
Oh, you all right? Turn your phone the other way, man.
What way?
The long way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so now it's full, man. What you eating?
Some chicken, rice and salad.
Okay, dope. So we were talking about Jamal Charlo.
Getting arrested, right?
Yeah, getting arrested. Jamal Charlo. I forgot his name that quick.
Yeah, man, I think that's pretty unfortunate, you know, that he was even put in that situation, that he allowed himself to get caught up into something like that, you know. I'm not gonna bash your brother because I don't know the full details of the story. And I know sometimes from being a celebrity, you know, a person of status with money, sometimes people, they feel like they can treat you however, and, you know, they forget that you're a human. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes they violate your rights, your essential rights. So he probably just felt like, fuck it. You know what I mean? You lost my card. You know what I mean? You pay for it. And she probably got an attitude with him. You know, they don't mention the details of everything. They just want to probably publicize him as the bad guy. But still, being in his position, you know, he ain't in no position to even be getting in no trouble like that, man, because it's definitely, it'll devalue his name. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But hopefully that go well for that brother.
Yeah. Even if it's not like a problem, the painting of the problem, like
exactly.
the mugshot. The mugshot is priceless for the negative media. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. They can paint it however they want to paint it at this point.
Man, you ain't never lied, man. And that mugshot goes a long way, man. I wish people really understood, like, oh man, I'm gonna go to jail and get a mugshot. Yeah, you're a fighter, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy you mentioned that, because I remember one time, you know, I had a lot of run-ins with the police growing up in Compton, and you know, I've been in police cars. You know, I've had physical altercations with the police. I fought 2 police when I was 18 years old, and I remember one time the police, they was actually looking for somebody, and then, you know, tried to play the little card that, oh yeah, you look like somebody. And I said, look here, man, if you want to talk to me, I'm not getting in your car. You know, I'm not getting arrested. We about to talk right here. I'm about to show you my ID, and I'm gonna let you, and you're gonna see that I'm not the person you're looking for, and I'm gonna walk and go my way. So he constantly trying to, you know, get me to get in handcuffs, and I'm like, man, I'm not getting in no handcuffs. This is my name. This is who I am. Here go my ID. Here it go. So after I showed him, he was like, "Oh man, you look like Wooty Woo." I said, "No, I already told you I'm not him." So he asked, one dude, it was a neighbor of mine. He was like, "Man, I'm glad you did that shit to them, man. I'm glad you stood up for yourself." And the officer was right there. I said, "Look here, man. I want to be treated the same way y'all treat people in Beverly Hills, because I see all the time. If I'm in a white neighborhood or if I'm not in the hood, if I'm outside the hood, I see y'all give people a chance to talk, but y'all automatically, defile us in the ghetto as if we criminals." And I said, "Look what the picture you painted in my neighborhood, because just think about this. Like and I've had this happen to me plenty of times. Like people in my neighborhood that know me, that like older people, people in general that know I don't make trouble. I don't get in no trouble. I'm not a troublesome cat. I don't get in trouble with the law. They'll be like, "Man, what you do this time? Or what happened? What you do?" And because that's the picture of pain. Anytime a person sees somebody in the police car, they automatically think they did something wrong. Like it's never the police fault. But that's the indoctrination that we've been trained to believe. So once they got you on that mugshot, they can paint whatever picture they want. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I was trying to get through to the officer. I said, I don't let y'all treat me no kind of way, because I gotta uphold an image in my neighborhood. I gotta uphold an image in my community, because people know me as such. You get what I'm saying? I'm not about to let y'all paint a picture so these people can think different of me, even though I don't give a damn. But I know how public perception is, and image mean everything in this world. So, alluding and giving credit to your point, man, they can paint the picture how they want to paint it. So,
yeah.
Hopefully he get that.
No, I was just gonna say Jamal Charlo arrested with a mugshot. No one ain't gonna read the article.
Right.
Like people don't understand, man.
Yeah.
Like it's a powerful. You got so many independent media outlets, but imagine if ESPN did it. Now it's like, phew,
Yeah,
but
they can really make it ugly.
He ain't gonna make ES. Maybe he'll make the internet, but he won't make ESPN like the TV show. So.
Yeah, but if he did though, it would be good.
Yeah, if he did. What else is up? What else is up?
Man, just life.
Uh-huh.
Surviving amidst the chaos. You know what I mean?
It's amidst the chaos. Open up the phone lines.
Oh, they gonna be calling in too?
Yeah. You don't mind, do you?
No, I don't. It's open discussion, man.
Yeah,
barbershop, baby. Everyone's welcome.
Yeah. That's what I figured, man. That's definitely what I figured. Xavier Porter. Shoot the 5, man. Shoot the 5. What's up?
Yo, what up, though?
What's up? What's up, man? How you feeling, man?
Chilling. I need to get up in there.
You here? What you got? Oh, turn me down. Turn me down in the background.
What?
Turn me down in the background, dog.
You said turn you down?
Yeah, you got the computer on.
What's good? You hear me?
Yeah. You just got to turn the computer down.
Okay.
Because I can hear it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get up in there. Look here.
Shoot the 5, man. Shoot the 5. What's up?
What up, killer? How you looking out there, brother?
I'm good.
How you feeling, man?
I'm chilling, bro. Yo, I just copped the movie.
I know, nigga. Will you turn me down in the background? Mute it, nigga. Mute it. Mute your computer.
Okay, my bad. I cut the mute off. That's better?
Yeah, man. What's up, man?
I'm chilling, man.
Oh, man. Oh, Jamal. Go ahead. What you got? What's up, Blue Bud? I got you.
I was just calling the time, man. Trying to, check and see what's going on with you and everything. Like I said, I just got the movie the other day.
Thank you, man. How'd you like it? Did you watch it yet?
Oh, no. I'm gonna probably watch it tonight because I'm at work right now.
Oh, okay. Everything good? What you got cooking on your channel?
Huh? Everything's good on the channel. Been dropping some couple of joints, but nothing major. Okay. Nothing major like tonight.
Hey. Speaking of tonight, what'd you think of Jamal Charlo?
I'm a little saddened by it, honestly speaking. You know what I mean? I'm a little sad about the way he was depicted, the way he was put out there. I mean, whatever the situation is, I want to know what kind of restaurant they tallied up that much bread. Like, like
Right.
they have to go in shorty pockets. And why was his card declined? Like, we talking about Jamal Charlo, like multi-million dollar athlete. So why was your card declined 3 times?
He's probably
You know what I'm saying?
he's probably on the Al Heyman stipend plan.
And if that, whoever you with, everybody's supposed to come through and put some bread together. Instead of you having to go step to the manager and whoever else and the waitress and go have to go get your ID and everything back from her. And then next thing you know, now you got a little mug shot and it's not a great look. Like I heard what you just said about the fact that, when you put a mug shot out there, the truth is, you put a mug shot out there, that's all you see is the mug shot. Like you said, nobody read those stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, and I don't want to say the N word, but they ain't reading those stories. They just see the picture. Like, oh, he got locked up. Yeah. Oh, he's just like one of them. He's just one of those. Yeah. One of them guys. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad. It's sad. But at the end, but also, it got to be more to the situation. You know what I mean? Because as we both know, the Charlos and seen the Charlos come up in Boston and everything, Mel is more the hothead than Maul, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I love them both. You know what I mean? I love them both. I love the way they carry themselves. I love the fact that, they're against the world. I love that attitude. It reminds me of the twins that was in the 300 movie. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, there got to be more to this, for the fact of they saying he went all out and laid hands and he had to get his money back or get his ID back or whatever else, and the girl got injured and this, that, and third. Like, come on. And then the most famous, Google, I don't want to say Google site, the most famous paparazzi site in the world is TMZ, and they always putting us out there.
Right.
Always putting us out there. Like, it's like, as soon as one of us do something, and I mean African American people, as soon as one of us do something, bang, bang, we out there. ASAP, no Rocky. Yeah. Real talk, we are out there on the front line. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when situations happen with Caucasians, with TMZ, they go hard for them as well, but they take their time with them. And I can tell you this because I know certain individuals that work with TMZ, and they tell me how stories are presented to them and how they push stories out behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to blacks, it's out there. Sure. It's out there off the rip. It's out there off the rip. And so now you got Jamal Charlo out here, probably going to lose some bread, maybe from some sponsorships. We don't know. It'd be sad if he did. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure this little situation will get taken care of. I'm pretty sure the bill will get paid. You know what I mean? I'm hoping she don't sue for no injuries from what she said. She got a slight leg injury that might keep her out of work for a little bit. I mean, this is the story I'm reading on TMZ, and this just is fresh out, so we don't know everything that took place that night. They say it's video. I haven't seen a video yet of the situation, the confrontation and all that. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, he gonna rise above this.
Yeah.
He's the WBC middleweight champion of the world. There's more money to make out there. There's more fights to be made. This is just a little blip in the road for him.
Right.
This ain't even an obstacle. It's like a pebble in the shoe.
Yeah.
Take the shoe off. Yeah. Just take the shoe off, knock it out, and keep pushing.
Yeah, that's what I believe as well. I don't think it's a big deal. I just think the perception of the crime is a big deal.
Yeah.
It seemed like some things have been added to the story since I read it. She's trying to get paid.
Exactly. Oh yeah, she said her leg hurt and all.
Yeah,
but that's gonna happen anyway, though. That's gonna happen anyway.
It's a lot of BS with this story and everything, and it's gonna get pushed. It's gonna get pushed, and by the time his next fight get announced or next opponent get announced, ain't nobody gonna be paying attention to this little story right here. We're gonna be focused on who he get ready to fight.
Right.
More than likely, we might get a fight closer with him than Triple G or Boo Boo. After this, he might have to fight Boo Boo down.
He's been fighting.
You know what I mean? He might have to fight Demetrius Andre now after this.
Yeah, he's been fighting taxi drivers and waitresses at 160.
But if he fight Boo Boo after this, they probably definitely gonna be talking about it. Yeah. But if you fight Triple G, they'll just be talking about Triple G. That's the difference. Right. Word. So how's everything? Yes, sir.
Everything good? No, everything's solid. I appreciate you buying the film, man. Thank you for your support.
Yeah, no doubt. I always support you, man. You always support me. I always support you. You always, we rock out day one, man.
Yeah, that's
it is what it is.
No, that's love.
I just wanted to call in and check in.
That's love, man.
I'm gonna call in more often.
Thank you. Please, you up anyway?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, you got to come be a guest too. You got to come be a guest on the show, man. Come hang out, rock out with me, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Let me know. I'm there
next month. September
All
next
right,
month.
cool.
We build the
Cool,
next
cool.
month's schedule right now for sure.
All right, cool.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, man.
All right, peace.
Peace.
All the time.
brother.
All
Yeah.
right, peace.
Peace. Yeah, I mean, even if his car, listen, here's who I am at the end of the day. Like, even if I go out with friends, anyways, I'll let Miss T talk. Miss T is in the building. Hey, Miss T, what's up?
What's up, Fred?
How you
doing, guys?
How you doing, Miss T?
Okay. So,
Good.
Fred, we talked about this over a month ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gave some good advice. You said PBC need to have a real, on the job 24/7 or a whole team of publicists. They probably need to hold classes for their fighters, the do's and the don'ts. We also talked about the Charlos getting publicists.
Yeah, we did.
So
We did.
But they won't listen to Fred. They won't listen to you. That was good advice.
Mm-hmm.
And what I was thinking is we'll probably agitate, like your guest said. We don't know all the details. I think when she came back and said the card was declined 3 times, sometimes they could say, cut that card up. You know what I'm saying? And he probably be like, the fuck you mean you cut my card up? Because when he so-called grabbed the billfolds that she had, he was going for his ID.
Yeah.
And they say he took the cash out of the other people's switch card.
Facts.
But he put himself in a predicament. Since when do they not carry loads of cash around? And somebody said, why didn't they have in their crew?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Yeah, right. Man. Why didn't listen? I'm gonna tell you one thing. If I'm out with somebody and I know he's paying and the card comes up short, if it's not a $20,000 bill, I'm gonna be like, man, here's the $500. I'll pay it. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I think his friend should have stepped in as where you're going, should have stepped in and been like, listen, Jamal, listen, you're a world champion.
Right.
I would have whispered in his ear, if you do something in this restaurant with these 60 other people watching and these cameras hot, it's not a good idea. Let's just get out of here. I'll take care of the bill. I'll even tip the waitress $100. You get what I'm saying? We just got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's just abort the mission. We don't need to eat. We'll stop at Whataburger on the way home and we'll laugh about it in a week. Let's just get out of here. And that's what I think should have happened. But my question is, how come his friends don't have no money? Like
they takers.
Or the wherewithal to be like, Jamal, nah. Like, you can't be afraid of your friends. I don't give a fuck if he is the WBC champion of the world. You can't be afraid to be like, oh, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a big deal. They're making I think the restaurant is making it a bigger deal than it really is.
But he put himself in a predicament.
That's the point that we're making.
Yep.
He put it. Yeah. And they take us. I said that about Jamal's entourage and Jamal's apparently.
Right.
Like, we laugh at Floyd, but Floyd had like all flanks covered. He had them big old dudes. You gonna say something, Floyd, you gotta go through one of them. We laugh at his entourage, but Floyd entourage never changed. They've been with him from day one. And they're not just takers. Floyd can turn to anybody in his entourage. Go handle that. Hey, bring me my bag. Hey, do this. And none of them, pick up, like when you see somebody doing something decent or that makes sense, why don't you copy it?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That don't make sense. This was all blown out of proportion. That girl gonna get her bag. The managers might even find a way to sue him. You disrupted my business.
Exactly.
I lost customers.
Right.
It's stupid.
Right.
Stupid.
But the mindset of his friends, like, I'm not letting I believe I will in that moment. Like, hey, listen, man, let's just get out of here, dog. This is corny, dog. Let's just get out of here. It's a white restaurant anyway. We should have been at this soul food restaurant 10 miles down the road, man. Let's just get out of here, dog. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And that goes to show you got to stop patronizing these people, man. They want you to fail.
Yeah.
They want you. They man, all they want is your money, man. You ain't getting no return on that $1,000 you just spent. You ain't getting a return.
And Fred, and you said the best. They tried to hide it. You was giving this advice around that time.
Yeah.
We ain't know nothing about it until he got arrested, because arrest is public record.
Yeah.
He won't hide that. So they tried to hide it. in that month time that they kept it a secret, why not go get somebody to put their narrative out instead of letting TMZ? So many things went wrong.
That's
Y'all
a
got
good point.
money.
Yeah.
Fuck your cars. Fuck your big ass house. Buy a publicist. Get some act right. Do something.
I told them years ago. I told them years ago to their face, y'all need a PR person, because I mean, I didn't tell them they're not the best communicators, but you know, I like y'all should get a PR person. Like, but it's I mean, it's just, man. Sheesh.
And
Robert Easter 2 weeks ago.
At least 1,000 there.
Yeah, right. The whole squad been in trouble with the laws. Maul, Mel, Tank, AB, Earl, Bunny, Shoot, even Floyd. Mel already said they about that. They about that life. Mel ain't about that life, man. He said he got shooters, man. He ain't. So that means he ain't about it. That means he put money on book. But the point I'm making, the bigger picture is, another point is, Miss T and L, the infrastructure of PBC. Like, PBC should have jumped in front of the story. Yeah. PBC should have fed the news, the ESPN boxing writer, and got in front of the story.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
especially when they knew the restaurant was coming.
Oh, you know they come, dog. Listen, this is not even a story, dog. I mean, for real, where I come from, man, this happens. I mean, come on, man. In these restaurants, you get mad at a waitress, you don't pay, you walk out. It happens every day. You know, you get what I'm saying? I ain't paying. You know, forget you. And the manager just comes out and he stops and looks like, I ain't fucking with him. You know, but they said, but they said, listen, that's Jamal Charlo.
Yep.
Tell him your leg hurt.
She probably held his card. That's what I think. I don't know. I don't know for a fact. I think the lady held this card and was like, we gotta hold the card. He probably gave her a black card, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
she probably held that bitch. The fuck, girl? You better give me my card.
It ain't no problem with his money now. Come on, Jamal. It ain't whatever he's eating and his friends eat. It ain't no problem. You know what I mean? For real. It's not that serious. You understand what I'm saying?
What I think happened is that he gave a reaction that they played off of.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
They like, all right, well, let's see if he bite. Oh, he bit. Oh, we got him.
Exactly.
This how we gonna play him. And he probably wasn't even thinking like that. He probably thinking, I'm a Charlo, I'm the champion of the world. And he start, thinking crazy. You get what I'm saying? Instead of thinking his reputation, his you know what I mean? But hopefully going forward, hopefully learn from it, because now that people know that, oh, you'll really act that stupid, man, they have every roadblock set up waiting for you.
Right.
Down the line.
Right.
She need to get that bag. That'll teach him a lesson.
I mean, they already got taken for that they jewelry. They should have in New York.
That was somebody robbing them though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. You gotta, I mean, your squad is weak, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got squad issues. You know what I mean? Like,
he got offended because she said, do you have another form of payment? I'm like, Jamal, you probably got $200-300 in your cup holder in your car. The fuck? What I'm saying? Like, really?
Man, listen, we ain't. I mean, it's Jamal responded like he got mad. His ego was bruised a little bit. What do you mean? You know how he assuming how he allegedly how he responded. I'm rich. You know what I mean? You see this watch?
Right.
This $1,000 bit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how, young rich people respond, and it's not an issue. The restaurant took advantage of this opportunity, man.
That he
I believe that the restaurant took full advantage of this opportunity, and that's what these athletes got to understand. They took it. She gonna fall. She gonna get a lawyer. She gonna go to therapy. Man, she gonna end up at 20.
She got a cast on right now.
Yeah, facts.
Man, playing the game.
Her leg hurt. Man, come on.
Fake MRIs, fake X-rays, all the whole nine.
Man.
it ain't no difference than a car insurance claim when somebody hit your car and you go in the car and say, when nobody's present in the car, I'm gonna sit in the car and call the police. Oh, my neck.
Right.
Yeah. It's a staged event.
Oh yeah. But he gave it to him. So
exactly. He laid it right in her hand.
Facts.
He gave it to him.
He gave it to him. You're absolutely right. And
that's my call, Fred.
Thank you, Miss T.
Take care.
You guess.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, they not, and that's an issue that they're not cognizant of. You know what I mean? That people are gonna attempt to take advantage of them.
Right. That's real life skills.
Yep. You gotta be aware of that situation.
I don't care how good you is in the ring, you gotta have life skills. You know, Champ side mentioned something like that. Man, he said he was saying that people be like, man, where you been at, Champ? Why you ain't talking about this? Why you ain't talking about that? He like, man. Oh no, somebody was mentioning about his boxing knowledge. Like, man, you don't know much about boxing. He said, man, I got life skills, man. he said, I got life skills.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, that was classic, man. That was classic. I said, man, you gotta have life skills, man.
All right. Press 1. 313. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, Fred?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man. First of all, like I said, you're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
And man, and your film, I'm going to order it, but I got direct TV. And what is the best way to get it?
Oh, you only could get it on my website. So you just click the link on my Instagram or click the link in the comment section right now.
Okay. Do it download to my computer?
Yeah, it'll download straight. Yeah, it's a PDF download. It goes straight to your computer.
Oh, okay. I got to use my phone computer.
Yeah.
But you're doing a wonderful job, man.
You,
and I'm surprised I got through. I'm kind of shocked.
Oh, no, man. Who this, by the way?
Yo, this I'm a first time caller.
Who this? Tell me your name. Who this?
Reginald from Goodyear, Arizona.
Reginald, man. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, how you guys? Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
How you guys doing?
Good, brother. Good. Thank you.
Yes. First of all, well, once again, you're doing a great job for continuing to grind.
Thank you, bro.
And how you doing, good fellas? You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good, brother. Thank you. Appreciate
it. Getting back to the topic of the day, that's where you need real friends around you. Jamal, I'm not sure how many people you had with him, but a real friend should step up, like you said, and said, hey, everybody chip in, whatever, or put your ATM cards together and like, look, he gonna hook us up tomorrow. But seemed like he got a bunch of moochers. They just ran out the restaurant and got in the car and left. I mean, somebody should have came back the next day. Well, Jamal should have came back the next day and covered everything up. And that's my 2 cents. And once again, Fred, keep up the good work.
No, that's love. No, I absolutely will. Thank you. Thank you, man. Don't be a stranger, dog. Tucson, Arizona, coming home. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. Hey, what's your favorite comedy?
Mine?
Stand up, yeah, or stand up. Yeah, what's your favorite?
Oh man, Dave Chappelle, man.
Dave Chappelle.
Man. I like Adam Sandler too, man, but Dave Chappelle by far is number 1, far and wide, man.
Do you have a favorite one, like stand up? Do you remember?
Oh man, I'm not quite sure, man. He got so many, man.
Yeah, facts.
Chappelle got so many, and I would probably say Cat Williams is number 2.
Yeah.
But actual in movies, man, I like Adam Sandler, man. Adam Sandler, real. He not the same kind of comical as Dave Chappelle, because Dave Chappelle more relatable. He black, you know what I mean, from the hood, But Adam Sandler got a good mixture of comedy and acting, So, and I like Adam Sandler a lot, but Dave Chappelle, that's my guy though, man. He talented all the way around the board, man.
Yeah, Dave. I mean, Cat Williams had a great run. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
when he was going straight to DVD and all that. He had a hell of a run. You know, President y'all for the waitress gonna be like my neck, my back, my neck, and my back. Facts, facts. And we talk about this, man. Oh, what's up, Jordan? This is you can't see his name. Anyways, yeah, man. We actually talk about this quite often, and I want everybody to go watch the last video I uploaded because I got a story about when I got arrested at 19. When I got arrested at 19, I got arrested for grand theft, and I went to a Walmart or a Kmart or let me tell the story real quick. Let me tell the story. Call back in a second. I got arrested for grand theft. I remember sitting in that back room, you know, loss preventions caught me and all that. I was just getting some supplies, some living supplies for college, right? Because I didn't have any money. And it was a Sunday. And I ended up going to court on Tuesday. But when I went to court, the judge looked at the case, looked at me, says, "Man, get out of my courtroom. This is petty theft." But the point I'm making is I put the fate of I lost. I had no bearing on what he would have did to me.
Oh yeah, you don't.
You get what I'm saying? Imagine if you would have been grand theft and I would have did 6 months in prison.
Yeah.
Get kicked out of college, get this. So you get what I'm saying? So I think
your whole projection of life would have just been different.
Exactly.
Because that would have led you to another decision that would have led you to other hardships that would have put your mind in a different state.
Exactly.
Like you don't know where you would have been at. And
exactly.
Man, them be turning points in some people's life.
Exactly.
And if you're not strong enough here,
man,
it's gonna swallow you, bro.
Yeah, and that's the point I want to make with me bringing up this story is don't give up your power. Don't give someone else an opportunity to control your fate.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and I think this Jamal Charlo story is water under the bridge. It's not going to be an issue moving forward, but he may have damaged his image some with the mugshot. I think that mugshot shit is just going to be. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. Let me open up the phone lines again. So the other topic was, someone's gonna call in right now. But Wilder Fury.
Oh, that's crazy because before I was watching something, somebody posted something of Wilder and Fury. I think it was probably from the first or the second fight, but it was showing some off-camera footage. You know, nothing's really off camera. It's always being recorded.
Yeah,
but
facts. Yeah.
I guess this didn't make the headlines or for the build up for the fight. But you know, Fury and Wilder was going at it, man. You know, Wilder was saying, "Man, I'm a king. I got heart." You know, Fury was like, "Man, I'll take your heart and eat it." You know what I mean? Like they was talking crap. So I was like, but somebody, I don't know if it was the lead up for fight number 3, but somebody said it was old footage in the comments, but it did have a Tyson Fury, Wilder 3. So I don't know what it was, but it just put me back in that mindset of in that anticipation for fight 3. Because man, I want that chapter to be closed, man, because it's so many unanswered questions. You know, the theme of that fight is confusion and a lot of bullshit. You know. So the fans need redemption. Wilder need redemption, and if Fury really that man, he need that. He need redemption on closing his case. If he feel like he innocent, so all around the board, man. I have high anticipation for that fight, man, because I want to see Wilder do his thing, man, because I believe. With all the controversy that surrounded that fight, I believe it was something fishy that went on. It's so many different things we can point at that's been, you know, discussed and dissected over the last year or so since. But man, I was highly disappointed that we weren't able to go out there last month, man. I was waiting for that fight, man. I said, man, I want to see Fury get knocked out, man. Cause you know, I want to see all the improvements that Wilder made. I want to see it up close and personal. You know what I mean? In the ring with a live body in front of him.
Yeah, I'm definitely exhausted. I'm actually just like Alicia just put. What's up, Alicia? She's working out today. I'm actually tired of this. Not tired of the fight. I'm just exhausted of the storylines. You get what I'm saying? Like how many more storylines do we need for this fight? We don't need no more.
Yeah.
You're gonna do 800,000 pay-per-view buys, 1 million pay-per-view buys. Everyone's gonna be watching. It's a heavyweight championship fight. Fury, just get your ass in the ring, man. You know what I mean? Like,
man.
like
Close the chapter.
Yeah, just close it, man. Can we just be done with it? Wilder's ready. I think if they change the date to September 3rd, Wilder will be ready. You get what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, Wilder. I think more than anything. See, when you went through the fire, go ahead. You take that call, Freddie. Go.
What's up, 202? What's up, man? You changing diapers? What's up?
What's up? What's up, Fred?
How you feel, man?
It's on. It's on, people.
What?
The WBA has officially
got
rid of the belts. We did it. Mr. Gilberto Mendoza. I told you. I told you, Mr. Mendoza. I told you. We was on you. We was on your case. Your ass was grass. I told you, man. We was on you like white on rice, peanut butter and jelly. It's over. The Ponzi scheme is up. You already know what would have came. That RICO. It was coming for you, and you saw it. The walls was closing in. At night, you couldn't sleep. You couldn't dream. You saw those letters. You saw the phone calls. You saw the emails. You saw the comments. Enough is enough. I'm tired of these motherfucking sectioning bodies taken away from these motherfucking fighters while not ever throwing a punch in their fucking life. It starts with the WBA, and now the WBC is next, and the WBO will be next. And the IBF, they cool with me. They cool with me. They cool with me, man. Their only problem is their rankings. They need to do something about that. They be getting fighters we never heard of before becoming mandatories. But yeah, Fred, Chris Colbert. I think he would be mandatory to Tank Davis, if I'm not mistaken. Or Leo Santa Cruz, one of them two. Who else? Tank Davis. He will be mandatory, I think, to either Teofimo or someone else. And Rolly Romero, the Ducker. The boxing troll, ultimate boxing troll. You're gonna get what you asked for. You want it, you're gonna get it. You're officially the mandatory for Tank Davis. Officially. You said you want it. Well, I can't wait to see the highlight reel, Rolly. We gotta get on him, Fred. We gotta roast him. We gotta put his feet to the fire, his whole body to the fire, and roast him like a pig with an apple in his mouth. We gotta do it, Fred. Rolly has been talking shit about Devin Haney for so long. Bill Haney, shout out to Bill Haney. He did his job. He said he called up Floyd and the people in the suits to say, hey, let's make that fight. We got the money. And you know, it's a good fight. We got two people who gonna talk their shit. We got history. Let's make it. It's gonna do views. Floyd said, all right, Rolly, you want the fight? You gonna make career high pay? Title shot? Rolly said, fuck that. I want Tank. I want to get knocked out without a belt, without winning an official belt.
He said, I want to get knocked out. That's funny.
So, you know what, Rolly? I can't wait, man. I'm going to be honest, Fred. As a business person, they would be smart to not allow Tank and Rolly to fight. They would be smart to keep them away from each other and milk the boxing fans for all they want to see Rolly get to lose and make money because he's a great heel. He's a great villain. We all can't wait for Rolly to get knocked out.
He is a great villain.
We all can't wait. And it's going to happen once he actually steps up. Either he's going to get knocked out or he's going to get his ass beat. And I think Devin's gonna beat his ass for 12 rounds. It's gonna be a beatdown.
But the other side of that, the flip side of that, he might stand up to the challenge and he might shock the world. We don't know.
You think wait a minute, you think he could beat Devin Haney and shock the world or Tank?
I'm just saying. I think I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's good promotion that he's building himself as the villain, and he's building his reputation, and he's getting fans behind the fight. You get what I'm saying? So his approach is quite clever, being a young cat that he is, and relatively unknown as far as the world scheme of boxing. Like he don't really have a fan base, but he building one. So I don't knock his approach, but I don't take nothing from somebody that got two hands and that's training every day.
That's true.
If he can shock the world and back up his talk, he's gonna be an instantaneous star. That's a big if.
Hey, how about go ahead.
If he knocks Tank out or Devin, oh my God, man, he'll be the star of boxing. Let's be honest. He'll be a huge young dog.
He gonna make sure he is. He gonna make sure he is.
Star.
He gonna make sure he is, and everybody gonna know. Oh man, that'll be
because remember they hate you, and then they love you, and then they hate you again.
Yeah, man, that would be. I'm not saying he win, but I would have loved. That would be just classic, man.
It would.
Because I like Roly. He's a heel. He's a heel. He's a heel. Fuck it. Everybody got a part to play.
Yeah, exactly.
I just like him.
That man was fighting dirty as shit, and then was proud of it. That's fucked up. How you gonna fight dirty as shit and then push the dude for the KO? I think he pushed him. It wasn't even a punch. He pushed him down on the end of the fight, and he was proud of it, showing his belt to the crowd.
Yeah, but the fact that he got the point taken away and says, "Man, I got to go get this point back." His aggression. He got dog. He got dog. He's entertaining, man. Like in the interview, he said, "Man, I got something to say. Me and Bill had a talk, and
shit,
I'm Devin Haney, biological father."
I didn't even know that, man.
Shit, funny,
30 seconds to get to that point.
Yeah.
I was dead serious. Like, all right, what are you gonna say? You gonna fight Tank or something? Or Devin? I'm my father. I'm sorry, Devin gotta show up to him in person and start doing Shannon Briggs, man. Hey, Devin, if you're listening, you gotta pull a Shannon Briggs on these niggas, man. You gotta pull a Shannon Briggs, a Let's Go champ. Hey, if Tank is on the whatever he's doing, you gotta be there. Whatever role he's eating, you gotta be there, eat whatever he's eating. You gotta do that. Pull up the TO. I don't care. You gotta do it. It's time, man. No more bullshit. Giving these guys career high paydays, a chance at the title shot, and they don't want to fight you.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that's backwards?
Rolly crazy enough to really fight though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he crazy enough to be like, huh? You coming? You know, he don't know his PR, but he type.
So wait a minute, Fred. I gotta ask you.
But that's him though. But that's what makes him the greatest version of himself, though.
Right.
Is that if you pull up on Rolly, he ready to scrap.
Right.
Like
he is a little crazy. I ain't gonna lie. He a little.
And he did MMA.
Oh yeah, he's like a judo. Martial arts.
Him and his dad. Yeah.
But we never know though. He might just be playing a role. Like he might be smarter than we giving him credit for. So like, I don't know. Like I don't never underestimate nobody. You know what I'm saying? He might pull up and understand that it's all part of PR and make it a bigger spectacle than we are. But surprises though. You get what I'm saying?
Good point.
Like, we don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I hope the young man get paid. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
He got dog in it, man. I done seen him. I don't follow him much.
In the ring, he got dog. In the ring.
I don't follow him much, but I've seen some highlights of him. I said, I like this kid, man. He go to fight. He go to fight.
He's entertaining, man. He's entertaining to me, man. He is, man.
Yeah, I got a question. Do you think is Al Heyman telling Rolly not to take that fight so they can make the fight with Tank or something? I don't see them making that Tank fight.
I just think
Tank don't even want to fight. Tank don't even want to fight Rolly.
I just think he's doing PR. He's just having fun. Rolly's having fun, man. He's
a title shot in a career payday. God damn it, man.
Yeah, he's having fun.
And he make him. And he look. Everybody got a chance to win a fight. Anybody, but damn, man, that's a good fight, man. I think Devin would have showed up and showed out, man. It would have been a 12-round ass kicking. I don't think he knocks Rolly out though. I think Rolly's tough.
Devin
I think he's tough.
Devin outclassed him. L and I went to the fight together. We went to the Devin Haney fight together.
Yeah, that
Linares,
that boy, man, Haney was
man.
His boxing skills is second to none right now, man, in that division. Like, you know, I believe Tank is probably the king of 135, you know, because I personally like that Baby Tyson style that he brings, just that knockout. You get what I'm saying? But the most skilled fighter of 135 is Devin Haney. I'm talking about the boy can do it all when it comes to boxing. Ring generalship,
no question about it.
All that.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Devin Haney, man, he knows how to exit defense safely. He knows how to operate when coming forward if he has to. Use the jab to the body, to upstairs, combinations on the inside. He could do it all, man. If he had power, like some big punching power, it wouldn't be fair, man. He would get ducked even worse. He would have to, like, the number
that's Jerron Ennis.
150. Yeah, Jerron. Yep, that's.
And I think it's just a simple. I think it's just a simple tweak in some of his training regimes to get his power up. Just my personal.
He needs Blu-ray.
Opinion. Huh?
He needs Blu-ray.
I don't necessarily. Me personally, I don't necessarily think it's always, you know, the strength and conditioning training. This is boxing stuff. Like, to punch hard, you gotta train to punch hard. You get what I'm saying? Like, strength and conditioning is one thing that's good. To me, that's more so muscle endurance. But in order to punch hard, you have to train to punch hard. And you train to punch hard by punching hard continuously. And it's simple. It's a simple heavy bag workout, but a certain type of heavy bag workout that will help that, in my opinion. Because when I was fighting, it helped me tremendously. I'm talking about my power went from level 20 to 120 in a matter of a year. But it's just simple, basic. It's technique. Technique got a lot to do with it as well. But a lot of times, like I've seen lately, like them old school fighters, like it's too much hand mix now. Like everybody want to be in the mix. Nah, get on that heavy bag, man. Get on that heavy bag. Get on that heavy bag. That's where you're gonna develop your power, man. Your muscle, man. The points where your muscle is in your shoulders, in your back, man, in your biceps, all these, you know, these anchors for power, they're gonna be built up in a spectacular way, man. And a lot of times fighters want the conditioning a lot. You get what I'm saying? Which is a good thing. I'm not taking nothing from it, but them old school guys, everybody was punching hard. I don't care if they was 118 pounds, 108 pounds. They all had narcotic knockout power. You get what I'm saying?
I feel you. Hey, before I get off, because I know other people gonna call. Hey, real quick, Mikey Garcia, you gotta get this roast too, man. You duck Regis program. Man. We was all looking forward to the fight. We ain't hear nothing about no tune-up when you was fighting Jesse Vargas. We ain't hear nothing about no tune-up when you wanted to fight Earl Spence. You duck Regis program, man. That was a fight everybody was looking forward to. Y'all two was talking to each other. That's a good fight. It's a winnable fight for you just as much as Regis. We very disappointed, man.
Yeah, that is a great fight, but Prograis is a threat with little opportunity for a high payday for him. That's what I think.
Oh man, yeah, that's true. But like, How did Mikey get his position? Somebody gave him a chance. Somebody gave him an opportunity. Somebody gave him a chance to become a world champion, not just once, but twice, 3 times. I think he's a 4-time champion, 5 or something like that. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's how the sport stays alive. I mean, I'm sure you know it. So you know it as well, Fred. Let's give guys opportunities. I mean, he could win that fight too, though. I mean, Regis definitely is a threat. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. He could do a lot in that ring, but it's just a shame to see that shit. But I'm about to be out. Hey, shout out to Deontay Wilder. Hey, we behind you, man. Get the Gypsy Fiend out of there. I don't want to see a knockout. I want to see a beatdown. 12 rounds, a beatdown, a brutal beatdown. Like some of the worst beatdowns in history. I want to see that. And also, Earl Spence, we behind you, man. Whether you retire or not, or you still fight, we're going to be behind you all the way. We don't give a shit. And Shakur Stevenson, hey, box Jamel Herring's shoes off, man. Box him like an Amazon package. Take him to school. The yellow bus. We talking the graduation cap.
Well, y'all get on together.
Pencils, the whole line. Take him to school and work his body. And of course, got to shout out Devin Haney, man. Hey, it sucks that nobody want to fight you, but you got an avenue to get the fights. Take that WBC belt, take it up to 140, and be the mandatory for Josh Taylor and get that fight. That's a legacy fight right there. And I'm out, Fred. And peace to you two gentlemen. I'm out.
Take care, brother. Thank you.
I like that Devin Haney versus Mikey Garcia fight.
Haney versus Mikey Garcia?
At 140.
Yeah,
that's a new weight class for Devin, but I like it.
Yeah, that'll be good for him. I wouldn't say right away, but
he's a champion. You don't breastfeed a champion.
No, but Mikey tough, man. Mikey tough.
So you would favor Mikey. Mikey would be the favorite in that fight for sure. I still think Devin can beat him though.
No, I believe so too. You get what I'm saying? I definitely believe he definitely a better boxer, but Mikey tough, man. Mikey tough.
He's a good fighter.
I like his style.
But no one's ever stood up to Mikey. Greg? What's up, man? How you feel?
I'm feeling good, man. So, I'm coming to the barbershop. Got a question that's off topic. Recently, we found out who was the guy that killed Tupac, and now we're hearing about the guy that killed Biggie Smalls. So, to me, it seems like the streets eventually do talk in California. My question is, did OJ do it?
Did OJ do it?
I don't think
what the streets say.
I don't think he did it, but I think he knows who did it. That would be my answer.
He did.
I don't think he did it personally, no.
So the streets ain't talked on that one yet, huh?
Not yet, I guess. Yeah.
OJ might have did if the streets ain't talking. That was my question, man. I just called mess with y'all dudes, man. Y'all have a good evening.
All right, appreciate you, man.
Take care, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, Tupac, man. Is Tupac your favorite rapper?
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
Pac and Nipsey, man.
Pac and Nipsey. Yeah, Nipsey has a hell of an album.
Man, Nip went from probably from number 20 on my list to number 2, man, and that was before his death.
Yeah.
That was right after Victory Lap. When I heard Victory Lap, because it motivated me and inspired me so much, I said, man, anybody that can't understand that this man is bigger than the rap game, and got something against this dude, man, they just hate, man, for no reason. But man, Nip was a different type of dude, and he knew it. You get what I'm saying?
He definitely knew it,
and he shared it with the world. So, outside of rap, like you've heard the saying, it's not about how rich you are, but how much you can enrich others. You get what I'm saying? And that's what Pac did, and that's what Nipsey did, because you take them out their respective rap careers and you put them in a neutral environment, and they gonna still flourish aside from their respective talents. You get what I'm saying? And they were for the people. So to me, that mean a lot. You get what I'm saying? Because I like everyday people. You get what I'm saying? And that's what they were. They were very you could reach out and touch them. You get what I'm saying? And they was there for that. So and then they were highly talented in the rap game. So on every level, man, they 1 and 2 neck and neck, man. You know, either or.
Yeah, I definitely believe that over time, Nipsey would have been known by his government name more so than Nipsey Hussle. You get what I'm saying? Like he never got the chance to flourish in that realm, man.
Right. We never got to see that. We got to see Ermius, you know, through Nipsey Hussle, but we didn't actually get to see Ermius aside from Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, like Nipsey Hussle being in his rearview mirror, kind of like Jay-Z to Sean Carter.
Right, but we can project just based on what he gave us, how great that image of Ermius Askedon was truly was, and then by those who he inspired, his camp, his brother, his family, you know, his homies, other people in the industry, like one thing you can, like, nobody that worked with Nip had anything. I've yet to see or hear anybody in the industry or on the streets have anything bad to say about him. Like, you know, that says a lot.
Yeah, or just flat out negative. You get what I'm saying? Like he stole $10,000 from me. Oh, he wasn't this, he wasn't that. We haven't heard that story, because as soon as he dies, people want to be famous, you know, and they would have told those stories on him, but
of course
it's very few and far between, if they are any, you know. So
exactly.
That's a credit to his character.
And you know, nobody's perfect. Whatever mistakes he made, man, he made atonement for his errors just by way of his community service.
Sure.
You get what I'm saying? Like I remember him getting. I remember maybe months before he got killed, maybe about 6 months. That summer before he got killed, I remember I was with my cousin, and my cousin said it, man. He said, man, Nip gonna get killed. That's what he told me. We was driving, I think we was coming from Vegas, man. He was like, Nip gonna get killed and one of his homies gonna do it. I said, damn. I said, why you think that? He said, man, that's just how it is, man. He said, that's how it go. He said, man, he too touchable. Like, you can touch him too much. Like, and just being from 60s, that's just how it is. Like, that they know their neighborhood known for that. Anybody from LA know that. They just known for that. So it was crazy when it happened. I was like, damn, man, my cousin said that was gonna happen just like it happened. And it blew my mind out. And you know, amidst the saddening emotion and all that, man, I was just like, damn, man, he went out by one of his own homies. Like, that was crazy, man. That was sickening, man.
Extremely.
But he'll forever live on, though. You know, that even in death, man, can't nobody take his mark. You get what I'm saying? The mark he left here for everybody to remember him as, and everybody to be inspired, man. Like, just how me growing up, Tupac was that guy. Nip gonna be that guy for probably my son or his. You get what I'm saying? And all the kids of this era, like, he'll never be forgotten, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just sad. Well, Pac at 25, Nip at 33.
Man.
Boom. Fred, boxing lives on YouTube. You guys can take it from ESPN and FS1 as far as commentary. Bro, I just wish all channels can sit in a room and figure something out. You know yourself, boxing lives there. I tried, man. I tried years ago, but they looked at me like I wanted to leech off of them. But I was telling them we should form a union and get paid to cover these fights. But we want to compete against each other. It don't matter. Yeah. like that's pennies on a dollar comparing to the guaranteed money we could have got in addition getting the interviews, you know.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy, man. Yeah, you're right, man. I remember you. I think we was downtown LA at a fight, and you was telling me something like that a couple
yeah,
years back.
yeah, I would say about 8 years ago. No, about 6 years ago. We were in the media room at 1 a.m. I said, "This is bullshit. Why are we in here? We in here editing videos, the same videos though. We in the.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah.
this is."
Everybody got the same information.
I'm like, "This is stupid." Though. I said, "How about we form a union and place a demand upon these promotional companies to pay us?" Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, yeah. But you know, they were so they so stuck in their ways and think that people want to eat off of them. But
Mhm.
but there's a big budget out there, you know, covering these fights for free, you know, and
Man.
you know,
But it's true, man. YouTube, it's crazy because even before I met you and you know got to know you and know you know you'll get down with the boxing on. I'm like, man, that's all I went to was YouTube for boxing, man. I didn't go to ESPN because every time ESPN came on, Kellerman, I'm like, I don't want to listen to this nigga talk. He don't know what the fuck he talking about.
mhm.
Like, what is he talking about, man? This, he cover basketball or something, man. Stephen A. Smith cover football and basketball, man. The other dude that be with Stephen A. Smith, the white cat, man. Y'all cover that. Y'all don't have no clue about boxing, man. So I always got my information from YouTube, anyways, man.
Fact.
You know, somebody loading up fights, you know, from old school to current to the new boxing information to the Pacquiao training camps. Man, I remember I watched a lot, and I watched a lot of Floyd training camps. I watched a lot of Pac. When I was fighting, I watched a lot of Zab Judah training camps, a lot of Pacquiao training camps. You know, and I did this right on YouTube, man. You know, because YouTube you can find all. It's somebody like you, like Blue, like Champ Side, that's doing all that work.
Nah, you're right. Nah, you're right. Nah, you're absolutely right. Well, you and Blue and Ego can, even the Wilder hater. Facts. That Wilder hater. We got to have him back on, man.
Yeah, that's a
Have
cool
him
brother,
back
man.
on.
I like him, man.
I like hanging out with the, like, shall we say, like people like me, like not famous people. You know what I mean? Like where we just talk boxing and shit like that. Where it's like,
Everyday people, man.
yeah, like it's no expectations. We could just come in and just
Keep it real.
Yeah.
You ain't getting paid $300,000 to be a puppet like Bushi said.
Right. Oh, he said that.
Yeah, he was like, I forget what he said word for word, but he like, man, I'm real, man. I keep it real. You can't pay me $300,000 for fake. You get what I'm saying? He like, I'm gonna keep it real, man. I like Bushi, man.
He just did an interview I saw, but I didn't watch it. Anyways, we're gonna take a commercial break since we can. It's we do what we want. You just said it. So you were a part of this, L.
Good evening, messenger.
Yeah, that was special, man.
Yeah, the bass. The shit cold to the motherfucker.
You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Man, click the link in the comment section, man, and go watch 9 Wise, man. What's up, KC? You know what I mean? And so go ahead and click the link and enjoy the movie. You know what I mean? So you actually was a part of that, man.
Yeah, and it was a hell of an experience, man.
Yeah.
It was I was thoroughly excited about it, and I enjoyed it, man. It was definitely something that I'll never forget, and you know, it's a moment I'll share with my son, you know, and with anybody who you know inquire about it. You get what I'm saying? Like I was there. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, pre recording. You know, I remember you just told me about when the idea spawned in your mind. I'm quite sure it had spawned in your mind far before you shared it with me, but I knew just from our numerous conversations we had about your inspiration of Brother Malcolm X, you know, I knew you would do something special like this, and you know, in remembrance of him and his name. You get what I'm saying, and what he stood for. So I knew your passion would draw you to do something, you know, genius like this.
Yeah, strong piece of work. You know, I was listening to there's two perfect songs that I just think are just perfect. You know what I mean? Let me get the titles exactly, because some people may know them by inner. Let's see, inner. Let me tell you, it's just perfect. Let me get the title exactly, because it has like a long title. Inner City Blues, Any City Blues by Marvin Gaye. I think that's a perfect song, right? And Duke Ellington, I think it has a perfect song too. It's called Three Kings. Oh my God. I think Nine Wives is up there with that. I think it's a perfect piece of work.
Nah, definitely.
No, I do for what it's supposed to do. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
right.
Yeah, what it's supposed to do.
It's
Yeah.
a perfect fit
Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah.
exactly what it was, you know, intended.
Yeah. Yeah. I get comments like, oh, like from people that support the Nation of Islam. I'm like, this film ain't for you. I don't give a fuck what you think.
Right.
I don't care what you think.
It's historically accurate though.
Yeah,
So
it is historically accurate. It is.
it
In
can't
terms of the
be
language.
refuted. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like if anybody think otherwise, you know, show me the evidence that proves you're a liar.
Yeah, that's what I say. Is prove me wrong. I dare you to prove me wrong instead of
You know,
saying,
that was 50, 60 years ago. Don't say that. Show
yeah,
me that I'm wrong. Don't tell me it was 60 years. Like, okay, slavery was longer than that. That means it
that's
wasn't.
exactly what I say.
Does that negate facts?
Mhm.
Not your truth, not what everybody says is their truth. No,
Right,
facts.
right,
Facts and your truth are
hmm
totally opposite,
right.
according to how words are translated differently in the different times we live in. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Or phrases or sayings, because truth now is widely known as a personal opinion
Mhm.
or a personal perspective rather than a
Right,
fact.
right.
And you know, that's just the I guess the degradation of society. You get what I'm saying?
Why people? eh, Uh, why people don't like their moral compass challenge?
Oh man, that for a number of reasons, but the main reasons is a lot of times, especially with a person who's ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
See, we all have pride,
Mm-hmm.
and
Gotcha.
see, pride attached to a person that's ignorant
Mm-hmm.
is really no medicine for them
Wow.
because they don't want to take the medicine.
Wow.
Because once they get a dose of the medicine, they realize, remember, a drug is supposed to alter you. So once they get a dose of the medicine, they feel the alteration occurring. And that's truth. That's why it's widely known that truth hurts.
Mm.
So for a grown adult person to be brought forth, whether it be a conversation before another adult person
Mm-hmm.
that challenges their belief, which is actually a lie, that pride kicks in. So instead of taking the medicine, they spit it out, they regurgitated it and spit it at you. And now you the problem. So a lot of times being the messenger sometimes is a dangerous game to play.
Right.
You
Right.
get what I'm saying? So to
Right.
answer that question, for those who may have missed the point, when you've been lied to so long and somebody exposes the lie that you base your concept of life on, it hurts you first of all, but that person in front of you giving you the message, in your mind, is supposed to be the least likely person to do it, because a lot of times your lie has led you to believe that you better than that person before you, like meaning that you are above reproach. You get what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah. It's a great explanation. And everything boxing and sports, just DM me if you didn't get it. Like I told everybody, we had to combine 2 programs to release the film because the film was bigger than the actual website that we hosted it on. So we had to combine it. So if you didn't get it, just DM me your receipt or email me your receipt or just text me. You got my number. So just text me your receipt and I'll gladly send you the film. Just make it that way. And if anybody else did it, as I told you guys, just DM me, email me, call me, and I'll send you because I know there's probably like maybe 100 people that didn't get it because we had to combine it. And my apologies, but just send it to me. I'll send it to you in less than 1 minute.
And in any order that for those who haven't seen the film or have seen the film, in any order, do your research, watch the film, do the research, and you'll really see how everything just come together, and you'll really appreciate it more because you won't be lost. You'll have it'll all come together for you.
Yeah.
Because for me, when you told me about it, it was nothing foreign to me. I'm like, oh, this gonna be great because it's gonna be exposure, and it's the truth. Like, what's better than the truth?
Yeah.
So that's why I told you I thought it was a great idea when you first told me about it. I'm like, hey, man, go for it.
Yeah, you know why? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, you know why it's so trivial? Because if I use Louis Farrakhan's voice, they still don't believe it. It's the weirdest. If Louis Farrakhan admits that Elijah Muhammad had teenage secretaries, how are you not listening? But if I use my voice, I'm a hypocrite. I'm I'm an agent.
Yeah, but it go back to this. Being that messenger is sometimes a dangerous game to play.
Yeah.
And it's really not a game. It's really it's serious. You get what I'm saying? Like when you stand for truth, people gonna despise that, man.
Right.
And again, a lot of times when a person that's ignorant is being awakened to truth and light, it don't sit well with a man. That pride take effect, and it just corrupt them even more.
Right. Champion Heart, what's up?
Yo, Fred, what's going on, my brother?
Hey, what you got?
It's all good. Hey, what's going on, brother? How you been, man? It's been a minute since I've seen you.
Yeah, I'm good, brother. I appreciate that, man. How you doing, man?
It's all good. You got a boxing channel? I didn't even know.
Yeah, I had one going for a little minute, man, but I ain't really did nothing in some time, man. Just been busy doing other things and really just been having a distaste for a lot of things in boxing, man. So my enthusiasm, my excitement, my eagerness ain't really been in it. Like I stay afloat with the news through Fred and probably Champ side just on headlines. You get what I'm saying?
Right, I feel you.
I'm a purist in the game, so a lot of this stuff taking place today is not pure. So I'd rather not even be part of the spectacle,
Right. I feel you. I'm a piggyback real quick off of what you was just saying. You're completely right. Truth is very uncomfortable. So people are more comfortable with what they believe is fact. And when you question that, if they've lived their life by that lie, then they would rather continue to live like that than deal with the truth, because it feels that it feels that they the fabric of their livelihood has been torn from them. So they rather not accept it. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, you definitely on point with that, man. On that deal with Charlo, I get what you were saying, Fred. It should have been somebody there to do that, but you gotta understand, man. The Charlos are they real emotional, like women. You can tell that they were raised by a single parent. You know what I'm saying? Because because they're real emotional. Right? Exactly. They're real emotional, like women. And the thing is that there was you got a lot of hang-ons, around you, and everybody's a yes man. So whatever he does, everybody goes with it, instead of someone, like you were saying, Fred, going, hey, wait, no, we're gonna do it like this. He's got nobody like that around him, because he's never seen that before. You see what I'm saying? So, not having that positive male in his life growing up, you don't know how to handle things like that. So, you go to the extreme, with the emotions, like what he did. One thing I liked about Damon Dash, and he was saying that when they had when they had what's the rap
Rockefeller.
what is it? Rockefeller? Yeah. He was saying that his plan was to have 10 people around him, and everybody, be able to eat. You know what I'm saying? He said, so that for example, he said Jay-Z wasn't on this. He said his thing was, if he fall off, right, he's got 10 people around him, they're all able to give him $100,000. Bam, he back on his feet.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And he said Jay-Z wasn't on that, and that's what Dame was. That's what he was wanting to put together. To be able to have that many people around to where everybody can eat, so that if something happens and you're on the spot, you should be able to go to each one of these people that are in your circle and get 100,000, and you back on your feet.
That's how it's supposed to be, man.
That's how it's supposed to be. Exactly. Exactly.
That's what every other group of people does, except
right.
us.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. When that deal happened with his car being declined, that shouldn't have been a problem. This shouldn't even be in the news. Somebody in that circle should have been like, "It's cool, I got it."
Right. It should have been all.
You see what I'm saying? Right. But if you don't have people around you, and everybody's eating well, then you won't get that.
That's facts.
Like what Miss T was saying. They just takers. They just around with their hands out, getting whatever they can.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. I just want to come in real quick, man, and say what's up to you, brother. I hadn't seen you in a minute. I'm working right now, man.
Where you headed?
I'm waiting to get a load. I got to take to what is it, Anna, Texas. It's about an hour outside of Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely, man. I give it y'all brothers, man. Salute.
Appreciate it.
All right, brother. All right. Salute to my brothers in the chat, man. Salute to you, brothers. Sure. Reggie Owens, Blue Blood, everybody. All right, now. Thanks, brother. Later.
Safe. Yeah, man. People are afraid of the truth, man. Oof. Because it's the weirdest thing ever, man. One person, it's funny how one person can say something and it's law. The next person can say it, they are a criminal, or
it's ostracized.
It's the weirdest shit ever. It's the weirdest. I don't grasp it at all.
It's human nature, though. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's the same. It's the same. Story we seen with Jesus, man. The people didn't accept him because he came in town on a donkey instead of draped in gold, because that's what they wanted to see. That's what the Pharisees wanted to see. They wanted to see somebody that was equivalent to what they held as kingly. You get what I'm saying? And not what God appointed as kingly. That's human thinking, though. That's inferior thinking. Ignorant, without knowledge. That's why they use celebrities to push whatever, to help them push whatever agenda that they putting out, because this society is based off celebrity worship. So people follow the trends of celebrities. Man, let a celebrity walk a weird hairstyle that we call stupid or gay or whatever that we might not like as a whole. Let them do it. It's gonna instantaneously be a hit. It's gonna go viral. Everybody gonna do it. You get what I'm saying? Like skinny jeans became popular because a celebrity did it. Getting tattoos all on your face became popular because of celebrity. Things that were just, that used to be like, man, that's weird, that's crazy, but they get celebrities to do all this because people is so hooked on celebrity worship. If you were somebody that the general public wanted to announce this message that you put across in the film, it would be widely accepted as truth. You just not the person. You remember, you the least likely in their mind to reveal this truth. And not even really reveal it. It's already been revealed.
Yeah.
You just another source. They didn't accept Malcolm X, revealing that. Look what happened to him.
Right. Right.
You get what I'm saying? It just
Sure.
It's just 60 years removed from that time.
Right.
Now you just refreshing the people that may have not have talked about it, that are about to die, that are older, because they didn't kept it a secret.
Mm-hmm.
And those who just don't know, you enlightening those who have no knowledge of it, because a lot of people be like, man, you don't. So many people like I didn't talk to about 10 people about the film, and these is all older cats that I be at the track with, that I be in the casino with. These cats is older. I only hang with older cats at the track, 50, 60, 70 years old. A lot of these cats like, oh man, I never knew that happened. I never knew Elijah Muhammad. I never knew Malcolm X talked about that. I never knew Malcolm X got killed because of that. I never knew that. Like, ignorance. Why? Because nobody is telling them 80-year-olds, them 90-year-olds that was around back then, they not telling the history. Why? Because they've been assigned and they've been told, hey man, leave that in the past. That'll get you killed. You see what happened to Malcolm X. Don't talk about that. So now they living in fear to tell the truth.
Got it. You know what I think is what's disheartening is how people devalue another man's life, because when you say this isn't true, oh fuck it, Fred, or you're basically saying Malcolm X life ain't
basically
shit.
saying fuck Malcolm X.
Exactly,
You
and people
basically
don't get that.
You basically saying Malcolm X lied.
He lied. He's a liar. Yeah, you said Malcolm X is a liar.
He died for nothing. He put his family through that for nothing. He just went out on a limb for nothing. Like, a person of his stature, at that time, Malcolm X was probably the most important political figure in the world. And I'm not talking about political as the politics we know today. I'm just saying, just being on that scene. He is probably, let me use a better word. He is probably the most influential person in the world at that time.
Yeah.
You think somebody of his stature would basically make up a lie like that to put his family in jeopardy, to put himself in jeopardy? Let's talk about self-preservation. Put himself in jeopardy first, and then his kids, his wife, his extended family, his close friends, man, his livelihood. You think he'd just being who we know Malcolm X to be and what he had become at that time?
Right.
Like, nobody about to relinquish all that, man, for a lie. Come on, man. Somebody that knew he was gonna die and said, hey, I'm gonna still stand for what I stand for. Somebody that was willing to stand on their square and die for what they stood for. Over a lie, man, that's basically saying Malcolm X wasn't shit. He was a liar. He was stupid. Like, that's just totally devaluing him as a human, as a man.
Facts.
Man, it's crazy. people that don't want to accept the truth for what it is right before them are just people who really don't. They just don't care.
It's disgusting to me how people are so strong on one side and I have no regard for understanding the facts.
They are the same people that rather be told what this verse in the Bible means rather than read the Bible.
Gotcha.
Why? Because they don't want to read the Bible. It's too long. So I'd rather let the pastor tell me what that verse means, even if he misconstruing it for his benefit. Or whatever the case. You get what I'm saying? These are people that just don't want to do the work.
Right.
Because they don't care.
Right.
But truth, truth stands in a class of its own, and truth validates truth. So
truth validates truth.
No truth is unhidden.
Right. 702, what's up?
What's up with it, man?
Hey, what's up?
What's up with you, L?
How you doing, brother?
Turn me down.
Not much, chilling, man. Just got done working out or whatever, really running and whatnot. Not much.
This
You know who this
What's
is,
up,
Tam?
brother? This Tam.
Oh, this Tam?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you tomorrow, man. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Yeah.
We gonna. I just caught the show.
Uh-huh.
And I just wanted to basically say, we talking about people who are trapped in dogma, bro. So like, they're not gonna believe that truth because they're already fighting over dogma. What people don't understand is the Most High didn't leave behind religion. He was against religion. Religion is man's way to Most High, not the Most High's way to man. So you're dealing with people who are boxed in already. So when you tell them that truth, you're an enemy to them.
Right.
They are you've basically taken away their safeguard.
Exactly.
Interesting.
And
that makes it very uncomfortable.
Exactly. Some people's spirit cannot handle that. See that when you being fed lies, your moral compass is already off.
Right.
When you're following a pedophile.
Oh, yes. Your moral compass is off center.
I told you he was short, Freddie. He's short.
It's like, oh my God. So your moral compass, you think is centered when it's so far left or so far right or so far up or so far down.
Facts.
Gotcha.
If a person in your own group could say, "Hey, my boy, you know the guy that we call the honorable one touches kids," and you still say, "Well, he's the honorable one," the lies have destroyed you already.
Yeah.
So when somebody come and tell you the truth that's outside of their cult, you an enemy. They gonna say, "Man, fuck you, man. You don't know what you talking about, man. How the hell you know what you talking about, man?" And all you've done is research things that have been made public. See, like the good book say, people who don't know the past will fall to the coming. So you're dealing with fools that don't even know who they following because they never studied the history of what they following.
Yep.
So they falling for foolishness.
Facts.
And dogma will always be their entrapment. It's like how Moors argue with Hebrews, and y'all basically the same. But y'all arguing over dogma. You idiot.
Yeah.
That's like a light-skinned dude and a dark-skinned dude arguing about the pigmentation of one's melanin. Oh, yeah, I'm more melanated than you because you light-skinned.
Right.
You trapped in the dogma of who has more power. And that's the testament of man's flesh. And that's why most people with power become corrupt.
Man.
Because you are as closest to your own reality. So if your own reality is destruction, when you become a leader, no matter how intelligent you are, you're going to destroy.
Yep. You're going to
say that again. Say that again.
When your spirit is set on, when you are the closest thing to your reality, right? So like most people put the things that they might would do on you. So when you following somebody like this and you put them into a position of power, they're no matter how intelligent they are, they always gonna lead you to destruction.
Because that's the closest
See
thing to
people,
their reality.
people are falling in love with beautiful words, powerful speeches, and not looking at the man himself. That man is a pedophile. And no matter how you want to slice it, and I'm not saying I'm holier than thou, but no matter how you want to slice it, you have to be sick if you keep on doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. I'm talking about all these prestigious black leaders, as they say, like the polite motherfucker. Way before this child that just came up, that they brought up, I'm talking about one of his wives that he met as a kid. He's using his intelligence to lure children.
Mm-hmm.
We dealing with a devil here, man. And people need to understand what's going on in the black community and in these societies that we hold and structure as black people. And my problem is, like I told L, because we talk a lot, was I don't like how brothers and sisters try to just sweep this shit under the table. Oh no, he didn't do it. Fuck it. But let it happen to you, and somebody do that to you, you will be destroyed. You don't know what type of skeleton these people got in their closet when they come out and they say these things, and some fool get on TV and crush him with intelligent words.
Mm-hmm.
It's you should never put a human being above you. He's human.
Right.
He's affected by time, space, and matter. Anybody affected by time, space, and matter should not be the head of you.
Facts.
Facts. If anyone don't understand that, you whack. That's what Jay-Z said.
He's short, man. He's short, man.
You're right. Time, space. Yes.
And that's the thing that separate us from being a God being. We God-like because of the image we was born in,
right,
and the power of the tongue. But what separates us is we affected by time, space, and matter. So you can't go to a priest and say, "Hey, man, I sinned, brother. Can you please forgive me?" How can he do that? How?
Power not vested in him to do such a thing.
Salvation is your work, your job. Not the pastors. A lot of these dudes are just collecting $1 from you.
That's it.
Going home, slapping the shit out their wife, fucking everybody in the choir, excuse my French, but you know how it go down in most of these churches, in these denominations. Some of these people fight over denominations more than they fight over the scripture. Oh man, I'm Baptist, man. I'm Pentecostal. I'm Protestant. These are things that the reason why so many people are walking around here confused, because you drinking lies, man. You mixing poison with medicine.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they do. So wow. So let me ask you this. And by the way, I'm going to interview him tomorrow too. So which is going to be awesome. Nothing should be in between our ascension to God, like our connection to God. It should be nothing between us. Everything else, I'm trying to create a visual for it so people can understand it. It's our connection to God, whichever direction I guess you want to go, right? And everything else should be on the side, passing information.
That's correct, because your job because the promise from the Most High was salvation. So your job is to get that salvation and maintain it. You cannot maintain the salvation through corrupted flesh. You can only maintain the salvation through repetition of studying, staying grounded in what you believe in.
Exactly. And constantly repenting.
Repetition.
Right.
You will never be perfect, but if you chase it, you can pursue excellence.
Yeah.
We always gonna know sin just because of the flesh. So you can't let mistakes hold you back. That's how the enemy works. But people reaching out and lending their spiritual energy to people that may not have their benefit is foolish.
Yep, the bar becomes
Because it's
unevenly yoked.
Exactly. It's deeper than what people think when you just go to somebody and you break down to them and you tell them your deepest, darkest thoughts. You are exchanging energy with them. For you to do that, you would have to absolutely trust that person with your life. And how many people can you really say that about? How can you just go into these churches and just say, hey, man, this is me right here? You don't know what that man's saying about you.
So that conversation should be between you and God.
Definitely.
And when you in the church, those conversations should be about studying the scripture and building each other's knowledge of it. That's how you talk about your problems.
Yep.
Through the scripture.
Right. That's where you get your encouragement from.
Facts, man. Facts.
It give
If
us
you
all
believe in the Bible,
essentials.
you're right. If you believe in the Quran, you're absolutely right.
It
You're
give us all the
absolutely right.
essentials.
Or the Torah, we are absolutely right. You should be solving your problems through scripture, not through social doctrine.
This is the facts. The Most High said that's what the word was for. How in Revelations, it didn't say he was gonna hit the devil with a sword. It said he was gonna use the word. So problems need to be solved with the word. That's why different scriptures have different meanings and different interpretations to different life and situational moments.
Yep.
True.
We are here to, if you, and I ain't saying we as in people, everybody may not even believe in this, but the people that do, we only here to exalt the Most High. So how can we go in or ordain some man in between that?
So what do you mean? So what do you mean?
Go
ahead.
We are soldiers of the same army. And we all need to be equally yoked. Nobody needs to be above head, because we all affected by time, space, and matter. The church is within the communion of the people. And for too long, and because of misinterpretation, different poisoning of the Catholic Church organization, people have been fooled. So you have a lot of confused people, and then you have a lot of churches that you will go in one Sunday, they go over a scripture in a sermon. You come next Sunday, they didn't change it. They didn't even break it down for you. You didn't left that church dumber than when you didn't came in.
Yep.
And now you done moved on to the next book. Now you don't even go there no more because you like, shit, what is he talking about?
Yep.
So people believes that in order for them to go to heaven, they must be accepted they must be granted permission or through their spiritual advisor.
Please, salvation is through the Most High, not through the gift of man. That's where your eternal salvation is gonna come from. That's not through the gift of man. That's through the gift of Most High. Religion. See, religion has tricked people. Man's way to the Most High is the complete wrong way. You may have good intentions, but that's not the way to him.
Yeah.
The way
At
to him
heart,
is
you may have good intentions, but as we know in the Bible, there's been people with good intentions that ain't seen the gates.
That didn't make it.
Because it was their way.
Exactly. Like we don't dictate policy. He dictates policy. He tells us how to serve him. We don't do that. Man don't dictate that. That's like if I come in your house and I start telling you this how I want your house to be ran. It's totally unnatural.
Wow.
Because this not my house, this is your house. We didn't create God, he created us. So how are we gonna tell him this type of lifestyle or this type of service that we render to you is acceptable when it's not according to your standards?
That's facts. It's just like most people think that Jewish star is the Star of David. That's not the Star of David, bro. As the Catholic organization implied that in for foolishness. That's the Star of the Moloch. They when they was praising the golden bull, you know, when Moses went up on top of the mountain and whatnot, that's where that star comes from. It has nothing to do with David. But because people don't study, because they only go to church and keep hearing it from somebody else, you got people out here thinking that that's the real Star of Israel. When everybody that left that was slaves out of ancient Kemet had not been followers of Christ, and that's evident. And it's all it takes is for somebody to pick up a book and ask for the right guidance. There's plenty of brothers and sisters, I'm sure, in your circle nowadays. It should be a few niggas, few niggas in your circle that know something about something. If you don't, then I don't know who you running around with.
So is it wrong for us to put an urban twang on it, or our twang on the language or the verses in the Bible to make it palatable? In your greatest guesstimation, or what you think?
The reason why I say it is because why you think most churches base their sermon off the New Testament? Because it fits people's perspective of they sin.
Explain that.
If the Catholic organization has implied, you know, you can play both sides of the field, but you know, as long as you pray and ask for forgiveness, basically saying the Most High know you're not perfect, so you know you can still. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
It's just like how most people believe in a rapture, but then in the book it says that when the locusts come, the people that would be protected are the people with the seal of Christ. So if his people still here protected with the seal of Christ, where is the rapture coming in at?
Right.
Got you. Got it.
Somebody that just
it's
took
a lot
that
of it's a lot of confusion being implemented to divert. That's why most people use the Bible as entertainment, and we know the root word entertainment is to divert. What you got people right now is they're lost in bread and circus. This is why they don't have
they lost in what?
Bread and circus.
They're lost in bread and circus. This is the reason why they don't have the ability to revolt.
Bread and circus? What's that?
Bread and circus. Like the old terminology, give them bread and circus and they shall not revolt. This is what has been going on for centuries, sir.
Exactly.
Roman,
that's crazy you mentioned that, brother, because you see what happened when during the shutdown. During the lockdown, they gave everybody money and they opened up the sports again, and that calmed everybody down. That put the veil over everybody's eyes.
Hey, no, to piggyback on that, check this out. And you know how I was doing cats on Instagram that was doing this shit. Motherfuckers was so they wanted bread and circus back so much, and I know y'all remember this when the lockdown first started. Niggas got on TikTok and was in virtual clubs dancing.
Yep.
Instead of using this opportunity to build your spirit, they still wanted to maintain their fleshly power.
because that's where the separation is at its finest and at its best. Because see, that's when everybody became equal.
That's when we could have been our most powerful.
Exactly. And without celebrity status that the world had given to these people, they were just like everybody else. There's no more shows. There's no more concerts. There's nothing in society that tells you are greater than me.
Facts. But again, you name bread and circus. This is what they got people with. Oh, you want to go to the Raider game? Get the jab. What does me going to the Raider game got to do with a immune response? You know what I'm saying? Like, what they should be promoting is good health. But what people don't understand is there's no money in a cure. But what we have people suffering from is Stockholm syndrome. From the first lockdown, all people did was consume themselves with fear. Oh man, if I go outside, I'm going to catch it. They said don't get any daylight. They said wear 13 masks and stay in the house at all times. And then this how they got you niggas. They said, oh, we opening y'all back up summertime. Summertime got back open. They said 30,000 motherfuckers died. We mandating vaccines right now, and you niggas can't even roll the dice in the casino if you don't get a needle. This is how you play the victim. And because most people have Stockholm syndrome, we already know what that means. You know what I'm saying? It's when you hold a bond with your captive, with the person that has you captive. Most people went along with it because they felt like the person that had them captive under lockdown, the government, Big Daddy, was going to give them everything they needed back if they just listened. Compliance. It's how you lose all of your little freedom you have. I see what people don't understand is to live true freedom, you have to live dangerous freedom. Are you going to be a peaceful slave for the rest of your life?
Facts.
It's the same thing like boxing. Like how I'm coming up in the game, and L will tell you I'm a B-side fighter. I'm 1-2. I started off as a heavyweight. My dad died. I kind of, got depressed or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Fell out the game a little bit. Fell back into the streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Inglewood.
I saw it in
fell off into the streets or whatever. But I picked myself up because my pops was a man and he raised a man. So I bounced back quick. Moved out here to Vegas. I'm training with Arthur Williams, the former cruiserweight IBF champion of the world right now. And I'm moving down to cruiser or whatever. But, I'm doing this all out of the mud. And you have to have that same work ethic in the body of Christ. You have to get it out the mud. You can't rely on Pastor Johnson every Sunday and Wednesday. Because he ain't there through the weekday. He only there on the weekend. And on the weekend, you giving them $300 and leaving there stupid.
Man, empty. With no spiritual.
How long people gonna be a slave to religion? And I know people confused, like, what? This guy he's talking about Jesus and he's talking about a slave to religion. Yeah, Jesus wasn't religion. He died because of it. The Most High was spiritual. And being spiritual is outside of that stupid box religious people are in.
Champion Heart says, pretty interesting. Facts, and people are standing in line assisting in their own genocide. Shaking my head.
It's a big fact. Look, me and El was just talking about it today. I said people so caught in bread and circus, you got motherfuckers breaking their spines on crates.
Isn't that retarded?
You know why it's not retarded? And it is retarded to us.
Yeah.
But you know why it's not retarded to them? Because when a foolish person has no solution, the only thing they can do is have fun, sir.
And entertainment.
Entertainment is their healing.
Yeah.
Let's do some foolishness, y'all. Come on. Just like the mass pandemonium and chaos after George Floyd died. Come on, bro. We still civility mortis under this LLC we call the United States of America, and we talking about police brutality. They have the right to do what they doing. I'm not saying it's right, but legally on paperwork, under the LLC of the United States, because we refer to ourselves as black. And if you look up, the Dred Scott case was never overturned. So what does that make us? Cattle. So when a police officer is gunning you down, it's because you have no nationality. We walking around here, most of us calling ourselves African American, and your great grandma was born in Louisiana and she was an Indian from a tribe. But I'm gonna stop holding y'all up, man. I'm gonna holler at you, man. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with the show, Fred.
Thank you, bro.
My nigga L, hey, when I come out there, man, I'm gonna come to the garage, man. I need some of that good work, man.
Definitely, man. You got it, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Tania Marie said you spitting the fact. I'm gonna interview on tomorrow, man. How you pronounce your first name? Askia?
No, well, that ain't my real name. I'm gonna tell you why. I put that, because I believe in manifestation of the tongue. Askia Muhammad was a very powerful man. Back in ancient Kemet times, he was a king, extremely rich. Like I think he was the second richest dude under Mansan Musa or whatever. So I put that as my name, and then I got my Instagram Inglewood Champion, and I got all 4 of the title belts because that's my vision, and that's gonna stay up there even when I get it. Okay. But my real name is Tamis though. But I tell people Tam because most people can't pronounce it. They say Tamis or Tomas, but it's Tamis, Tamis.
Okay, Tamis, got it. Appreciate you, man. I'm gonna hit you tomorrow, man. Thank you for coming through for sure.
Thanks for them
Yes,
gems.
sir. Much love, RL.
Appreciate you. TB Rice, man, are you a real person? Are you a real person, TB Rice? I got to see if you're a real person, man, because I ain't seen this name before. Who TB Rice?
I told you he was sharp, Freddie.
Yeah, he's sharp. Yeah. Man. All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, man. What's up, man?
Not much, man. Hey, I just want to I'm gonna try to keep it short, man. Great show, Fred, for sure. Great show, though.
Thank you, man.
But I just want to touch on what they were saying. Like, I just feel like some people they worship the religion instead of worshiping God. That's what they don't understand. It's like, they live a certain way. They think they live in a certain way when it might not really be that way they should be living. So it's like, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's like for me, for instance, like I grew up Baptist, but I don't necessarily call myself a Christian anymore, because it's like, yeah, I read the Bible just like I read any other text or book or anything else. And it's like, yeah, I believe in the Bible, but it's not to a point where it's like, is it real or is it fake? I believe in the message. You know what I'm saying? I believe in the message of the Bible. I believe in the message of the Quran. It's just all what you understand. And it's like, people don't understand that you can go into a different realm here. It's like, when you talk to yourself in your head, you can hear yourself without making any sounds. Not, you know what I'm saying? Right. Your ears don't pick up on anything. Like that's why I say people got to read the text for themselves and not necessarily listen to a preacher all the time. Because just because the preacher preaching in some way, that message might not be interpreted. God might not be trying to send that message to you in that way.
Or it might not be given in the accurate interpretation anyways.
Right, exactly.
That's a lot of times why it don't touch people or it don't appeal to people, because that voice you talking about in your head is your conscience, and
right,
truth has a ring to it. When you hear the truth about something, it's gonna resonate with you.
Right.
And a lot of times when people is being fed a lie, when they are expecting the truth, especially from a person of reverence, it just don't seem right. But it's like, how can I question this person because he's supposed to be a God? So you kind of just get turned off, and now you don't even have no interest. Now your ability to interpret becomes dumbed down because your interest is not there. Because
Exactly.
that ring of truth is not sparking in your inner self. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times, and that's by design though. Like Satan is very clever with his tricks, man, and his craft.
Right. And I feel like when you read the text, like when you read it for yourselves, and you see a story where somebody's getting killed brutally, like it make you feel a certain way inside. That like certain stuff like that touch your soul. It make you feel a certain way. So it make you feel a way like knowing right from wrong, and
Definitely.
oh, you know what I'm saying, something was egregious, and oh, that was a miracle that this happened for a certain person or something like that. But my overall point was like a lot of people they worship the religion instead of worshiping God. You know what I'm saying? The Bible is there for reference to your life. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to read it for yourself and understand the message. But I also want to say, the last thing I want to say is, at the end of the day, God is not judging you on how good of a Christian or how good of a Muslim that you are. He's judging you on how good of a human being you are. And that's it for me, Fred.
You are. Exactly.
I appreciate it, Fred.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for calling in. First time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, man. Hey, it was like his body was in Wi-Fi and his thoughts was on dial-up, huh?
He was trying to get it all together.
Yeah, I know he was trying to get it all
But
together.
he worked through it though, man.
Yeah,
I understood where he was coming
I
from.
know exactly what he was saying. You're right. It's how good of a human being you are. I believe that wholeheartedly. How good of a human being you are. Yeah. So, woo, heavy show. We'll take one more call, man. One more call, and then we're gonna go over the cows. So, someone call in a beam in the show. Yeah, I appreciate you coming in here, L. Thank you. Thank you.
I enjoyed it, man.
917 is the last call of the day. 917, what up?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up? Turn me down in the back.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Fred? I'm sorry. How you doing, man?
First time caller, who this?
This is Joshua. My name is Joshua.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you, man, for calling in.
How you doing, man?
I appreciate you. Thank you for.
Hey, listen, I'm first of all, I'm calling from New York City. So yeah, I just want to I was looking on your topic on your show, brother, and it's a very great topic, and I would like to kind of expound on some of the stuff that you brothers was talking about.
Yeah, take your time.
So yeah, so I'm one like the previous brother that you had on there, you know, I do not believe in at all in religion, because one, if you I don't know if a lot of people know, but religion itself is a dangerous word for me. The meaning of it, if you look up the etymology of it, it means it's a Latin word, and it means to bind, right? To bind you to what, you know, and to bind you to a concept. So, you know, the inception of religion was basically founded off, you know, because of, and I don't know if, you know, I'm not trying to say that I know anything, but I did study history and when I was in college, and that was one of the things that I took up. And you know, at the time, at the height, you know, everybody knows about Constantine and how you know, when he was one of the actually the first pope to become a Christian and whatever, and all that right there. But at the same time, they used to have this system called indulgences. And I don't know if anybody's familiar with that. Indulgences was a practice that was done by the Catholics. And what they did was they took, if anybody wanted to be absolved from their sins, you know, they would take this, they would say, okay, you want to be absolved from your sins, so you have to pay us X amount of money, and you know, we'll give you, we'll write a certificate, and then that certificate will be your ticket into heaven. So this is how
indulgences, that system was practiced for about 1,000 years. This is why the church became so wealthy, right? And then during the Reformation, sorry?
That's how the collection plate started.
Right. So this is exactly. So this is how the basically the collection plate is indulgences wrapped up. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Because if anybody knows anything about the scriptures, the house of Israel, it was mandated for them, the Levites, the priests, to for all the rest of the tribes to give a tenth to the Levites, because their possession was God. They didn't have any land. Their possession was God. They were the only tribe who did not have land. So because they were the priests of the Most High and of the tribe, they were allocated. It was mandated by the Most High to for the rest of the tribes to give them a tenth, and it wasn't money. It was basically if you
anything,
goods and all that right there. So, but this was specifically for the house of Israel. It was not for any other people. Now, God said that He will be a God to all who calls upon Him, but He said, "My firstborn is Israel, the house." You know what I'm saying? This is you can't refute that. You know what I'm saying? The house of Israel is who this is, who that was for.
Right.
So, a lot of people be like, well, how is it that, and who is the scriptures referring to today? So I always tell them, like, listen, all you got to do is follow scriptures. It tells you who these people are today. The people, it tells you the curses and all that right there, and who the only people who met this, all the curses of the book and were the so-called African American people. And I say so-called respectively because, like I said, I don't consider myself, and if you're here by way of slavery, then you are a part of that covenant. If you, so choose to be grafted back in, you know what I'm saying? So this is specifically for the house of Israel, who was scattered to the four corners of the earth. You know what I'm saying? So,
I said that's very interesting because it kind of jogged some things that been in the back of my brain that's been lost just during my absence of delving into the scriptures. You get what I'm saying? So if you're not on it every day, you lose it.
Absolutely. See, I've been doing this. I've been enlightened for 20 years now, and guess what? I've always been one of those type of brothers. Even when I'm 48, so I've always been one of those very inquisitive brothers. I delved into other things, but nothing seemed to resonate. I even was at one point in time I was a Muslim. Right? So, and that was because
Which one? Islam?
Sunni Muslim at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I took my Shahada and everything. This is like in '93.
Oh wow.
And and so what happened was, how I made the transition, and I did it off the strength of because I was angry. I was, this white dude had came to me one time. I was living in the South, and he came to me. I was on a job, and he was telling me about, oh, you shouldn't be doing this and living this way. He was with the girlfriend, and I couldn't come back. If I'm the type of person, if I don't know something and somebody's coming at me with some Bible stuff at that time, I was like, I couldn't really come back at him. I was just getting angry. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what? That's some devil stuff anyway. I couldn't, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go into take my Shahada and become a Muslim, and fit all of this white, that Christian stuff is devil stuff anyway. White, So I went in it, when that, and this is a lesson for anybody who's listening. Never do anything off of spite. And that's why I did that. And I went off emotions, and I took my Shahada. And don't get me wrong, look, when I did it, it taught me discipline and all that right there. But at the same time, it didn't resonate with me because it was something about it, the Quran, that just didn't resonate with me. You know what I'm saying? And so once I started to come and I said, you know what, the transformation came when I was incarcerated and I came out, briefly. It was like a year, and then I came out and I said, you know what, this thing is not resonating with me. I just want to know the truth. And once I said that to myself, something within me, the spirit or whatever you want to call it, but for me, it was something that was like said, you know what, go study the scriptures again, the Bible. And what I did was I did that for 6 months straight. And what happened was this, I was like, yo, this right here, I've read it before, but I've never studied it. And it's a big difference between studying something and reading something. And when I studied it this time, it was like, I'm like, this is my people I'm studying. Like, this is my history. Like, this is who, wow. And I kept getting up, looking in the mirror. I'm like, yo, you mean to tell me that these are my people? Like, I'm a descendant of these people? Like, this sounds just like us. And when I started saying that, I mean, from that time on, this was 99, I never looked back, bro. I never looked back. And so, I'm one to always question. I always teach my children to always question, never stop questioning life. You know what I'm saying? But that's what brought me to where I am now. So I always stayed on that path, no understanding. I went into the military understanding that, like this is, I mean, things started happening. I just can't really, go into it, but it was so powerful that I knew that I was on the right path. And so I say that to say that, all of this, like the way that brother was talking, and I really, it resonated with me because this is something that we as a people, like I said, if you're here by way of slavery, then you are of the tribe, whether you believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? When I talk to my brothers out here, look, I know who they are, but they have to come into that light of self. So I don't go out preaching to them, but I kind of subtly, try to give them little jewels here and there to kind of, because you got to understand, our people have been growing up believing in a lie. You know what I'm saying? We've been believing in a lie.
Several lies.
Yeah. We've been taught that, we're niggas and we this and we that. We are far from the truth. Now, the scriptures talks about you will be called a byword. You know what I'm saying? You will be called a byword. And the byword for us was nigger, is a nigger. To this day, the byword means something, a distasteful name. You know what I'm saying? So when you start to understand, and it talks about how all these things are coming to existence right now, brother, like, it's just, to me, it's just so empowering. So I want to be able to be, for all those brothers out there who, questioning and, and I just hope and pray that you guys just go back to studying the scriptures. And for me, a lot of, you got a lot of brothers out here. Look, there's certain books that you can, I recommend, the book of Enoch, the book of Yasher, because those are references in the so-called Bible, in the Bible, right? They reference those books, and that's why I only mention those books, because the book of Yasher is a book that if you study Chronicles, it tells you about the rest, or also in the book of Joshua, it tells you at the end, he said, now all the rest of the acts of Joshua are not written in the book of Yasher. Well, it's spelled Jasher, but I pronounce it as Yasher because that's the correct way to say it. You know what I'm saying? So, those are something that I feel that, you brothers need to explore. I don't want to hold you up because I know you guys about to get off, but it's a pleasure being on the show.
Oh, that's love,
really
man. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, yo, listen, it's my pleasure. All praise to the Most High. All right, take care of yourself, bro. Peace.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Man, this show went somewhere I didn't expect it to go, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah, but it was satisfying though, man.
Yeah, very satisfying. It honestly opened up a perspective that I never even considered. So I'm definitely going to take that into account. Yeah, I always wondered why people think they need a pastor, a priest, Elijah Muhammad, or I'm not sure what they call them. What do they call them? Ministers? What do they call them?
Yeah, ministers.
Yeah, ministers. To get God's word, it's weird to me.
We need fellowship, but again, like the Bible says, man want to dominate man to his injury. So that power that we so crave for in the position of separation and superiority, we want to take that position so bad to where we'll dominate our fellow human.
Right.
When really we just need fellowship and
in the word, though. We fellowship in the word, in the
right.
Bible or the Torah or the
Exactly.
Quran, not
and encouragement to keep going through this struggle of life, this very unnatural life that we are in, because none of this was the intended purpose of the true God. We weren't supposed to be living like this, but by way of Adam sinning, we've been cast off into this degradation of sin, and it just continues to, worsen as time goes on.
Got it. Makes a whole lot of sense. Makes a whole lot of sense. Well, we've been fed tonight. Yeah, man. And it's just, it's Jamal Charlo. What's the word? Symbiotic. It's he's innocent. He didn't do nothing. He did something wrong, but it's not worthy of going to jail. You get what I'm saying? Like it's definitely not worthy of going to jail. So
it's wrong, but it's not criminal though.
It's not criminal. Yeah, thank you. It's wrong, but it's not criminal. Exactly. It's wrong and it's not criminal. So yeah, true words spoken. Any last words, man, before I kick you out?
Man, I appreciate the time, man. I appreciate all the callers. I appreciate the audience for tuning in. I was able to see some of the chat, here and there, and some positive feedback, man. I'm glad we was able to enlighten and share these things as brothers without arguing, with just open ears and proper proper perception of it, and everything was taken in honestly and given out honestly, and it was good. Going forward as blacks and brothers, this is just a prelude of things that we need to carry on. You get what I'm saying? To further enhance our unit and our bond with each other.
Hey, you and I should do a video on this. Do you think we should be brothers or should we be black? Just out of curiosity.
Brother is far stronger. Being a brother to me is far stronger than representing our commonality as a color.
Yeah. I definitely believe that. I definitely believe that. It's I was thinking, like, I have these thoughts how capitalism kind of pigeonholes our mindsets and our falsifies our goals, falsifies our mission statements. You know what I mean?
And that's part of that's part of capitalistic society.
Exactly.
The color code.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you. We're gonna do a video on that at some point before the end of the year.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we got to, because I think that's an interesting conversation, especially now. You know what I mean? When it's everything is so intertwined and interlocked, and like we talked about, like we're separated by groups. You know what I mean? It's not even a divide anymore. It's like you're a group A, you're a group B, you're a group blue, you're a group red, you're a group 3, you're a group 7. Yeah.
That's the easiest way to keep people divided and to essentially and ultimately conquering by separating.
Facts.
This sect, that sect. Strength is in numbers, man. That's
right.
That's a cardinal rule.
All right, man. Love you, man. I appreciate you hanging out with us tonight, man. Thank you. It was a great show.
I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. Appreciate the invitation. I'll be looking forward to getting back on.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah. Appreciate you, big homie.
All right, Fred. Take it easy, buddy.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah, man. What a show, man. Give yourselves a round of applause. I learned something tonight, man. I learned something tonight for sure. I did. You know what I mean? Something I'm gonna consider. And yeah, man, it's I'm going to interview Mr. Muhammad tomorrow. Tam tomorrow. I'm gonna interview Tam tomorrow, so expect that coming. I'm excited about his spiritual freedoms. You know, I'm very excited to hear him talk about him just being free spiritually. You know, that's pretty damn impressive. You know what I mean? You missed the show? Oh man, you got to go to the beginning. But the first half was boxing. Jamal Charlo, I believe he was set up by the restaurant and the waitress. And like I said, and like L said it perfectly. What he did was wrong. It wasn't criminal though. You know, it wasn't criminal. You know, it wasn't worthy of a mugshot. It was worthy of someone stepping in and be like, "What's the bill? All right, here. We'll take care of it. I apologize for him. You know what I mean? You know, his great grandma's in the hospital. You know, he's going through something, but here's the bill. Was it 500? Here, take 750. You know, we getting out of here. We apologize for the inconvenience, and we'll see you soon. We'll give you a great Yelp review. How about that? You know, so man, they could have fixed that so many different ways. Hey, how about y'all do a, you know, Jamal, promote your business or something, you know, like, but I know the tempers are flaring and men are talking, you know, I understand that thoroughly, but it wasn't worthy of it wasn't worthy of a mugshot. It was not worthy of a mugshot. I agree, but you know, you also got to take into account, they have to be accountable now too, Jamal and Jamel, about how they can't be like that in every situation. You know, like as they say, turned up jet fuel. You know, you got to use your decorum. You got to assess, you know, and use appropriate energy. Hopefully they learn that from this, you know, because I don't want to see them in jail. I want them in the ring fighting, creating legacy and money and, you know, building stuff for their family. They both have beautiful kids and beautiful families. And, you know, I genuinely want that for them. So anyway, we getting out of here, man. Appreciate y'all, man. And what a show, man. I feel like I feel full. Like, man, I feel like I need to go read. Man. Yeah. It really wasn't just, yeah, I think it could have been settled at the restaurant, but the restaurant gonna take advantage of the opportunity, you know. Man, it definitely could have got handled, man. You know, that's a common response, man. Not common, but you know, they gonna take advantage of the situation, man. They gonna take advantage of the situation, and you know it. You know, Jamal is wealthy. He's in his own. He's in San Antonio. I just read or something like that. They're gonna take advantage of the situation. Jamal gonna be all right, man. They'll take care of it. It'll be water under the bridge. They'll announce his fight. He has a fight coming up probably in April. When did he fight? June? So he's probably gonna fight in March or April. You know what I mean? That 10 month. They fighting every 10 months, you know. So anyways, man, I love y'all, man. Can somebody say play the song, please, so we can get out of here? What a show, man. What a show. I feel full. I learned a lot, man. Free promotion, exactly. Free promotion for the restaurant. People gonna come in from the community just to support. You know, you're gonna get the people who don't like Jamal and, you know, for whatever reason, is color, race, creed, financial situation. You know, you just can't respond that way. Play the song, Fred. Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all coming out. What a show we had tonight. And I think DB could have added to this. I really think DB would have been a great asset to this show. You know, I know he's a Nation of Islam member, but I just think he's very mature about it. So I think he would have been a great asset to this show. It's a bad thing he wasn't here tonight, you know. I think he would have been great. And life's going all so fast. No, we got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off feet, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me. Cause I know life took a hold on. Never
This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for yo-yo. Games can play, can't take it personal.
Why, y'all? Because the devil is a lie. Hey, People Hernandez, I'm telling you the truth. Hey, People Hernandez, it's all in what you do. Hey, People Hernandez, sing it together. Hey, 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 hey. Man, what a show tonight, man. Man, thank you guys. I appreciate all y'all, because I know if we would have had one less person in here, the show wouldn't have went in that direction. So I'm grateful and thankful that y'all came through tonight. Maybe I saw something in the chat that sparked the question, or I don't know, but thank you guys for coming in here. It means a lot. Man, it's a moment of truth. No backing down. What a show, man. Damn. I enjoyed this show. Gotta get. Yo. It's my Rob G. You turning to be the greatest, yeah. Bobbing and weaving and changing up like a season, indigenous to the grind. Do it for all my people.
Jabbing the competition, rapping against the ropes. You fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lack. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common.
So you gotta give back, give love.
Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going back soon.
Last time, y'all, sing this shit with some love. Life's a play with no rehearsal. They'll come for your role. Take it personal. Why, y'all? Because the devil is a lie. Hey. I'm telling you the truth. Hey.
It's all in what you do.
Gotta do. Hey. Love y'all, man. Love y'all, man. I'm gonna check my character, man. I'm about to elevate my character, man. I learned a lot from tonight, man. Love y'all, man. Get better every day. Every day. Get better. Love y'all, man. We out of here. Mayana.